Okay, so we've got all our tickets and everything, and we are now going to get into one of these little buses, and we are going up to the Valley of the Kings. Our guide just got us a ticket to see Ramses the third, fourth, and fifth, I think it is. We're going to see their tombs, and we're also going to go to the tomb of Tutankhamun. There are no artifacts in the tomb of Tutankhamun because all his artifacts are in a museum in Cairo, but his actual physical body is still there. So we are going to go there and we're going to see the other ones. So I'm pretty excited, to be honest. Yeah, so this is called the Valley of the Kings, and there's just so much brickwork here. And you see, the most annoying thing is that I forgot my sunglasses. Oh God, I forgot my sunglasses. But yeah, you can see all the other people there. They're waiting for their transport, I think. Yeah, so I better go, okay?
From the gods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's another life. You must be fair. You must be trusted because you speak with your God, the same your manager.
So the gods ask them if
Ask
they
you, how do you protect the river Nile? How do you protect the child? That's the question. How are you planting? How are you ruling as we told you? If I answer yes, I do, I will write a cover back. No, I don't.
Oh God!
Wait here in the shade, please.
Oh, lovely.
So where's your next trip to then?
Where am I going?
Smile, ready? Down? Yes, down. Stay together.
Hello, I've just come out of the tomb of Tutankhamun. That's alright. And oh my goodness, the vibrancy of the tomb. Apparently his tomb wasn't ready because he died so young. He died at 18, so they had to put him inside the tomb of a Prince I think that name is correct. So he was put in another tomb for a Prince I which was ready. So his body is actually here, and they had that in display in this special glass cabinet. So you saw his head, his face and his feet. And then when you pan to go to the left of where he's laid, you see some very, very beautiful Egyptian drawings. The vibrancy, the color. A guy who is in our group said that when he went to the Museum of Cairo, they were telling them that the reason why the colors are so vibrant is that they use minerals to get the colors. And to see the colors, I think I'll try and insert some pictures here so that you can see it. The pictures are the drawings are absolutely stunning. I was just stunned. You can see all the colors, the pigments, everything is there. It's beautiful. It's, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And I was saying to one of the people in our group that it's hot now, and this is February, so if you come like May, June, July, August, it's going to be roasting here because there's no shade and we're actually in the desert, and it's a very dry heat. And it was a good job I've got some water with me. It is baking here, honestly. And I'm so annoyed because, as I said before, I forgot my sunglasses. But anyway, it is good here. It's beautiful here, beautiful. And people are going in and coming out. And we're going to move on. We're just waiting for a couple of people from our group to come out, and then we're going to go to see two more tombs of two different Ramses. So yeah, catch you later. This is Ramses the IV's tomb, where all those people are coming out there. I've just come out of there. This is what it looks like at the moment. And as I said, I don't know, because it's quite narrow in there, as you've seen by the video. And basically, from what I've seen, most of the tombs look the same, but the writings on the wall tells the story of that particular Ramses or Pharaoh. It tells their story and the story of their afterlife. And to be honest, to go inside there, this is February and it was warm in there. I don't know how people manage May, June, July, August. It's going to be hot. It's hot. But it was really good. As I said, I'm struck by the vibrancy of the paintings and all of that. So it was beautiful in there. So now I want to go to the loo, and we have to go down and meet our guide because we're going to have lunch. Okay, so I'll catch up with you.
see the triple bones. Come on to see the triple bones and the opening area. On that side.
Coming back down now. So beautiful, and I think you can see, as I'm walking down, you can see the temple in the background. Beautiful. Woo. Wow. So good. So good. I'm going to go to the coffee shop to see if they've got some kind of ice cream or something there that I can have. I'm going to drink my water and get myself a little ice cream or something. So yeah, today was very jam-packed. The guide was very good and very busy today. So when I get back to the hotel later, I'm just going to relax and get myself ready for dinner. That's it. You can see it there now. Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, hi everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm sitting on my balcony of my hotel. Just got back off from the trips, which I'm sure that you've already seen. That was really fascinating. Really fascinating. Really enjoyed it. We stopped off and got some food. We had lunch. And then we went to see another free museum piece. But this was like an outdoor museum. I'll put the pictures up. And that was awesome. And I'm still trying to figure out how they built these things. They're solid. The art is beautiful. Really awesome. So now I've just kind of cooled down, relaxed a bit. My feet were filthy because I wore Crocs. I'm so glad I didn't wear my new trainers. I wore Crocs and the Crocs were filthy. My feet were filthy, so I've just showered down the Crocs and my feet and put cocoa butter on them. And so I've just relaxed. I've sent a few texts, responded to some texts, and I'm going to go downstairs now and do a bit of Bible study before dinner, because dinner starts in about an hour and a half. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and sit near the pool and do a bit of Bible study with my Bible recap. I'm going to do that. Egypt is really fascinating, and as I've said before, if you come to Egypt in the summer, like May, June, July, August, they told me that it's like 50 degrees Celsius. I don't know how anybody would cope with that heat, because it's intense. And where the Valley of the Kings is, there's no shade. That is actually like a desert. And the whole thing is made up of like limestone. I don't know how people will cope with that. But yeah. I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to go downstairs, maybe buy myself another drink, because they have like a snack bar there. Get myself another drink and then do some Bible study until dinner time, which is in an hour and a half, because it's currently 5:10. 5:10. Okay, so let me show you my view of Luxor. Let me show you. So that's my view. I thought I would get a view, my view would be of the Nile, but never mind. I would just go downstairs and sit by the river. They've got some nice chairs and stuff out there. I'll just go and sit out there and do some Bible study. So yeah, I will catch you later, okay? But I'm really enjoying Luxor, 100%. Wow, I am in the Temple of Luxor, and it is, my guide, the tour guide has just gone down. He's given me like 10 minutes to kind of go around on my own. Sorry, I didn't even close off properly yesterday, and started to introduce today. Yesterday we finished off the tour at the Valley of the Kings and the Temple of Hatshepsut, and it was very, very impressive. And today I went back to the hotel, had dinner, and I just relaxed because I was exhausted, all the walking around we did and stuff. So today is day 2, I think it is, full day 2, because I'm going back to London tomorrow. And we are looking around the different temples in Luxor. And as he was talking, it came to me that ancient Egypt was a very, very spiritual place. Extremely spiritual. Nothing. 3 times a day, the Pharaoh had to go and do sacrifice in the temple that we're in now. He will come here and do sacrifice, offer things to the gods. He would have to purify himself. They would tie something on his feet like a bell to make sure that the high priest was okay. And when the guide was telling me, it reminded me of how the priest would have to go into the temple in the Old Testament. The same kind of procedure, the same kind of steps, the same kind of rituals that they had to do then to enter the Holy of Holies is what they were doing now. And the thing is, the only person allowed into the Holy of Holies in Egyptian times was the Pharaoh to offer his sacrifices. And it mimics the temple, the whole layout. You've got the outer court, the inner court. It just mimics everything. And there was a stone when the Pharaoh would come to the beginning to walk through. There was a special stone that they believed it was like a point of contact to the spirit realm, and only the king could touch that to receive the divine energy and the divine resource and intelligence and wisdom that he would need by touching that stone. And only the king or the Pharaoh was allowed to touch the stone. And as the guide is talking, I am like, this is like a mimic of the Old Testament, how they would have to enter the Holy of Holies to see God, to meet with God and everything. Egypt was extremely spiritual, and nothing could move without these ritualistic practices. And I didn't touch the stone because I think just because Egypt is the way it is now does not mean that the rituals and the points of contacts and the stones and the obelisks doesn't mean that they're deactivated. So I didn't touch anything, but this place is it's really magnificent. And I asked the guide, how long does it take to build one obelisk? And he said one obelisk takes about 10 to 15 years to make because of the tools, and there was obviously no modern machinery, but they had specific ways to do things, and it took 10 to 15 years to build an obelisk. And ooh, this looks good. Let me show you this. this place is. This is really, really impressive.
Obelisk still standing. The other one lost it by Muhammad Ali Pasha. Muhammad Ali just give it just a gift for Louis IX, the French king, and it exists now in Concorde Square in France. The other one on the base we're gonna see.
He gave the obelisk away as a gift?
Yes, yeah. He's generous one. Then here four Papounis monkeys. They are raising their hands up, okay, celebrating with the festival of obelisk. Then both of them made of the granite stone. And here we're gonna see how did the ancient Egyptian engineer fix the cracked statue when exposed for the earthquake. Some of the most powerful earthquake it was in Egypt in the Roman Greek period. Okay, that because it wasn't the cement in Egypt at this time. So he did 3 holes like that with this shape. Platform of the boat of a moon.
Okay.
The god of moon, right?
Wow. Oh, I can see it's wow, it's long.
Yeah, it's a little bit foggy.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, it's, so the original one starts here.
Yeah, for just for a few seconds.
Sure.
Here, it's the main entrance of Karnak temple.
Mhm.
Started with a ram-headed road. That ram-headed road just built by the most greatest pharaoh in ancient Egypt, which called Ramesses II.
Yeah.
Okay, down each head we're gonna see small statues, all of them representing the owner of this temple, and what the meaning of that in their mythology, what the concepts of that. When the king put himself in the armies of the lions or rams, okay, he just put himself in the protection of the god, because the ram, it's the symbol, a special symbol for the god of moon rain. So that's the reason which made them built it here in front of the first gate.
All right.
So to forcing the visitors to come silent, go and back in silence. Okay. So then we're gonna see here the first gate built by the last king of the last dynasty of ancient Egypt, number 30, which is called Nekhtenebbu. Okay, and it consists of 2 towers. Each tower has 4 holes, just using to tie the flags, to attach the flags. But so why they put the flags here in front? Just to clarify for the others, that's forbidden area, it's forbidden to come close. It's a precious location, just for worshiping, for prayer, for sacrificing, not for enjoying or visiting.
Okay.
Then we're gonna see 2 obelisks here. One of them destroyed because of the earthquake, and the other one is still standing. And here we're gonna see the title of the theme. That's any obelisk must be made of the granite stone, and granite stone exists especially in Aswan, not in everywhere. But what's the concept about that obelisk? Because it's not nonsense pillars or something or rocks. That's just the first time when they just knew this knowledge and this technique. How did the ancient Egyptian knew the astronomical knowledge, knew the energy, and they just built it as such as energy spots.
Okay.
That's energy.
So it's an energy spot.
Energy spots, and the king would come here every day and touch it. You know that like the meditation, of meditation, okay? To take the energy and the power from it, because it's already get connection with some stars, because they put it in some locations, specific locations. It's not in any side, okay? And that's each one just divide to 3 parts. The pyramid, the top, the middle, the base. The top represents the heaven or the sky.
Right.
The middle represents the space in between the heaven and the land. Then the base, which represents the land. So it's a glory for the king. such an honor for the king, for any king, to just write his title above it to get the glory and the immortality.
So it's only the king that could touch that.
The king, yeah.
Right.
Just from the special things for the king,
Okay.
not for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
But by the way, the king for the Egyptian mythology represents the Son of God.
Wow.
So the only one can make the prayer and the rituals for them.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my jeez.
That one is the last strong king here in the 20 dynasty. After him, the priestess controlled everything in Egypt.
The priests.
Priestess, the high priest especially.
Okay. Wow.
Let me ask you, because you already you've seen Karnak Temple. That, what's the difference in between the first pylon here and in Karnak Temple? Something shouldn't be here. What is it?
These windows.
Yeah, perfect. this building. Then before Turin,
Yeah.
here the first pylon, which is built by Ramesses II, consists of 46 columns, which is close flowers of papyrus.
Okay.
And here the Holy Trinity, which is built by Hatshepsut.
Hatshepsut. Okay.
Yeah, but the building which behind it. Here two religions together, the Christianity and the Islam. How come both of them together? The Christianity after the Roman persecution.
Wow. Oh yeah. Listen, I am totally shocked right now with this Luxor temple. The architecture, the beauty is astonishing. This Sphinx Avenue continues as far as the eye can see, honestly. And the excavation of it started, I think, 1949. They've got boards up that takes pictures and who was the lead person in the excavation of it. But it is pretty impressive that you've got a whole street full of these sphinxes, and it's called Sphinx Avenue, and it is pretty impressive. And I think in its day, with everything looking, you know, when it was done, it must have looked really, really impressive. So it's completely beautiful. And then you've got the Luxor temple down there. Really, really beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. Hello. I've just had my breakfast, so I'm having my hair. You know what? I sprayed my hair and everything, and I think the dryness of this place has just sucked it all out, because it was all hanging and everything. So apologize for how my hair looks. It looks all it was all nicely hanging and everything, but this place is so dry. I think all the water got sapped out. But anyway, I am just in front of the hotel. I've just had my breakfast, and I'm in their gardens, and I'm just on the River Nile here, just kind of chilling out. I'm going to do a bit of study. I've got my Bible recap with me. I'm not leaving that anywhere, and I'm going to do a bit of that before I go. And funnily enough, I'm going through the book of Exodus, and I'm in Egypt. So that is really, really interesting. Egypt is really interesting because, as I've said before, I've always wanted to come here since I was 15. I was busy reading so many books, and I always found Egypt fascinating from my teenage years. And to actually be here, it's a real dream come true for me. So Luxor was the ancient capital of those days, those biblical days, those ancient days. Luxor was the capital, and so everything from the old era is here. And you know, it's just, I'm trying to find the words to communicate how you read your Bible, you see the names, you see the stories, you hear the stories, and then but to actually be in the place where those things took place, it's like it's so surreal. It's very, very surreal. And yesterday we finished I did my final tour, which was the temple tour, which you would have seen all the videos of. And then I just went back to the hotel and I just relaxed. I actually went back to my room and I fell asleep. And I did a bit of walking around and reading and just chilling, made a couple of phone calls. And then I had my dinner, which was very, very nice. And then I just went back to my hotel room and started to pack. I was going to do a YouTube live, but I was just tired. And I just wanted to relax. So I did a quick short and put that up. And then I just got myself ready for bed and I went to bed. I was tired. Because here you do a lot of walking. And I'm just going to give you a few tips that if you're planning to come to Egypt, things to look out for. I didn't buy my currency in London, because when I went to try and get the currency, what they were charging for the currency plus commission was something like 120 something pounds. But then when I came to Egypt, they had a cash point at the airport and I withdrew some money. I got the same money for about 63 pounds. So next time I come to Egypt, I'm going to get my money here, because you get more for your for your sterling, as it were. And you have to pay when you go to the sites, Valley of the Kings, the different temples, the museums and all of that. It's a card payment. So I brought my Monzo and I just top up my Monzo, and I paid for everything by card. And when you see your statement, your online statement, everything is so cheap because of the weakness of the Egyptian pound. So I paid for all my trips by card, and then because of the state of the country, obviously there's no benefit system. Everybody has to hustle, everybody has to work. There is a huge demand for tourists to tip. So I had to make sure that I had like smaller currencies in order to tip everybody, because of the state of the country, and tourism is not 365 days a year. When I went to the temple yesterday, and my guide was telling me that in the hotter months tourism is a bit lower because of the heat. So it's like 50 to 55 Celsius, which is like over 100. I think maybe it's like 110, 120 something. Pretty. It is not, and it's very sinister. So walk the straight path with God. That's what I tell my children all the time. Walk with God. Stay in prayer. Stay in your Bible. Because what you sow, you will reap. Stay on the straight path with God. Very, very important. Don't pretend. And there's a lot of things that's coming out now in the political sphere that we're actually being governed by people who behind the scenes are living hideous lives, but they present themselves as a particular way in front of everyone, but behind the scenes their lives are hideous, and everything is being covered. God will not be mocked. God will not be mocked. So as I said, I'm just enjoying this scenery, and then I'm going to go back to my room, pack up my little bits, because I've got to check out by 12 o'clock, and just wait. I'm just going to wait in the reception area until my tour bus comes to come and take me back to the airport, and for me to go back to London. So yeah, it was good. And this is a dream come true. I'm 60 now, so I've been dreaming about Egypt since I was 15. So that will be like, this is a 45-year dream come true. Imagine. A 45-year dream come true, and I'm grateful to God that He's given me the strength, the financial know-how, the strategies for me to be able to come here and do a solo travel trip to Egypt. Completely and 100% beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit of Bible study now, and then go up to my room. What time is it? It's 9:22 here. Egypt is 2 hours ahead of London, so in London it's 7:22, and that's what, 2:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I'm just about getting used to this time zone, and I have to go back to the London time zone. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed some of the sites that I've shown you of Egypt. Let me know in the comments how you're finding it, if you're enjoying it, and I'm going to get on with my Bible study now. Okay, thank you. Gonna start now, and this is my view as I'm doing my reading, as I'm going through the Bible recap. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. I've got this beautiful view of the Nile. Over there is the west, where the Valley of the Kings are. That's where the kings were buried, and where I am currently is the east. And this is the beautiful view of the Nile. Hello. Hiya.
Welcome.
You're welcome.